Good day everyone. I am Adriel J.C. David from BSc 2Y1-2 and I will going to discuss the different parts of analog camera and to explain each of their function. So, to explain it more clearly, let's jump into the picture.
So, let's discuss first the front of the analog camera. So, as you can see, nasa bandang ilalim yung ating mga labels ng parts ng ating analog camera. So, let's begin with the number 1. Ito. So, ang number 1, ang tawag dito ay shutter speed / film speed ISO dial. So, doon muna tayo sa shutter speed. So, ang shutter speed, it controls the length of time of the shutter. It regulates the amount of light on a given time that enters. So, ang shutter speed dial daw, ito yung nagko-control sa length of time ng ating shutter, kung gaano kabilis o kabagal magbubukas ng ating shutter. That regulates the amount of light that enters our camera. Next naman ay ang film speed ISO. It indicates the speed or the sensitivity of the film that we are using. So kapag low ISO number, it is a slow film and it is less sensitive to light. Next, we have number 2, ito. So ang tawag dito ay shutter release button. It is a button responsible for the open and close position of the shutter. So once pinindot natin ito, magbubukas yung ating shutter at kapag binitiwan natin, magsasara yung ating shutter. Next, number 3, ito sa bandang likod. So ang tawag dito ay film advance lever. So it moves the unexposed film from one spool to another. Bale siya yung nag-uusog ng unexposed film. Next, number 4, ito. Ang tawag naman dito ay frame counter or exposure counter. So it indicates the number of exposures or shots made. Siya yung nagbibilang kung nakailang shot na ba yung nagawa. Next, number 5, ito. Ang tawag dito ay neck strap eyelet. So dito nilalagay yung strap for carrying purposes ng ating camera. Next, number 6, ito. So ang tawag dito ay hand grip. So ang purpose nito ay para magkaroon tayo ng better and stable grip sa ating camera. Next naman, number 7, ito. So ang tawag dito ay self-timer lever. So it delays the shutter release once pressed. So ito ay kadalasang ginagawa sa mga group photos na kung saan kasama yung photographer. So once na na-press yung shutter release button, magkakaroon muna siya ng medyo delay. Next, number 8, ito. Ang tawag dito ay lens release button. It unlocks the lens mount and allows to detach the lens. So once pinress natin ito, ma-unlock yung mount ng lens at pwede natin tanggalin or i-detach yung ating lens. Number 9, ito sa taas. So ang tawag dito ay hot shoe or accessory shoe, na kung saan dito nilalagay yung flash ng ating camera at other accessories ng ating camera. Next, number 10, ito. So ang tawag naman dito ay film rewind crank. So it allows for quicker and easier rewinding of the film back into canister after all the exposures on the film roll has been made. So ito ay mas mabilis na pagre-rewind sa ating film papuntang canister at ito ay importanteng step para masiguradong safe yung ating film once na ilabas na natin ito sa camera para i-develop. Next, number 11, ito, katabi ng film rewind crank. Ang tawag naman dito ay film rewind knob. So, it is a cylindrical knob that requires more turns to rewind the film. Unlike ng film rewind crank na much easier, ito, it requires more turns to rewind the film. Pero, bukod doon, ang purpose pa nito, ginagamit siya para buksan yung likod ng ating camera. Bale, hilahin lang natin ito at magbubukas na yung likod ng ating camera. Next, number 12, eto. So, ang tawag naman dito ay film speed window. It is used to indicate the ISO or ASA rating of the film. So, dito tumitingin yung photographer para i-confirm yung ISO sensitivity kahit hindi na niya i-open yung pinaka-camera. At higher ISO films are more sensitive at ideal sila sa mga low light condition. At yung mga lower ISO naman, ideal silang gamitin sa mga bright conditions. Next, number 13, ito, sa pinakalikod ng ating lens part. Ang tawag dito ay aperture ring. It manually adjusts the aperture size of or f-stops of the lens. So, ang aperture ang siyang nagko-control sa amount of light na pumapasok sa ating camera by adjusting the size of the aperture. Next, number 14, ito, ang tawag naman dito ay distance scale. So, it is used to estimate the focus distance between camera and the subject. Dito natin malaman ang focus distance na kailangan para maging sharp at focus yung subject natin. Next, number 15, ito, sa pinakaharap, ang tawag naman dito ay focusing ring. It allows to move the lens back and forth to create sharp image of subjects. So, pwede natin i-adjust to para makuha natin yung focus at maging sharp yung ating mga pictures na kinukuha. Next, number 16, bale, ito siya, ang tawag dito ay depth of field preview lever. So, ginagamit ito para ma-preview kung gaano ka-sharp yung image at a given aperture bago ito picturean. So, kumbaga, napipreview na natin dito yung mapipicture natin. Kapag pinress yung lever, makikita na yung actual depth of field ng ating image. Next, number 17, ito, ang tawag naman dito ay multiple exposure lever. So, it allows to make 2 or more exposures on the same frame. And last, number 18, itong part na to, ang tawag naman dito ay exposure measurement. It determines the correct combination of shutter speed, aperture, and ISO for proper exposure. So, siya yung nagsasabi ng correct combination or adjustments ng ating shutter speed, aperture, at ISO para magkaroon tayo ng proper exposure. So, next, let's move on to the back of the analog camera. So, number 19, ito siya. So, ang tawag po dito ay viewfinder eyepiece. It is a viewing instrument that allows the user to see what's being photographed. Dito po tumitingin yung photographer para makita niya yung pinipicturean niya at para makakuha rin ng proper composition. Next naman, number 20, ito po siya. So, ang tawag naman dito ay rewind fork. It is connected on the rewind knob and crank. Bale, ginagamit po ito upang i-rewind ang film pabalik sa canister. Next naman, number 21, film cartridge chamber. So, ito po siya, itong parang empty space. So, it is a film holder necessary to hold the film firmly. Next naman, number 22, ito po siya. So, ang tawag naman dito ay battery chamber lid. So, ang purpose nito, kina-cover niya yung battery compartment. Next, number 23, ito po. So, ang tawag po dito ay tripod socket. Dito nilalagay yung tripod natin. Parang dito siya minamount. Next, number 24, ito po, itong dalawa. Ang tawag dito ay film guide rails. Ito po ay dalawang horizontal fragmentary metals na kung saan nagsisilbing guide o kung saan dumadaan yung ating film. Next naman po, number 25, ito po, ang tawag po dito ay film sprocket. So, it is a film transport mechanism na kung saan yung butas ng ating mga film dito po pinapasok o pinapakagat para mag-engage sila at mapagalaw yung film. Next naman, number 26, ito. So, ang tawag po dito ay camera back. So, it is a door that protects the film and remain in a light-tight environment. So, ito yung pinaka-back ng ating camera at pinoprotektahan niya yung ating film. At ito rin ay binubuksan kapag nag-load tayo at nag-unload ng film. Next naman, number 27, ito. Ang tawag po dito ay film pressure plate. It holds the film in place by pressing it down. So, ito po ay nagsisilbing pantulong para hindi lumukot at para maging flat po ang ating film. Next naman, number 28. Ito siya. So, ang tawag dito ay film rewind button. Film rewind button. It is usually pressed to release the film roll before rewinding the film back into the canister. Next naman, number 29. Ito siya. Ito po sa katabi ng ating film sprocket. So, ang tawag dito ay take-up spool. So, it is a cylindrical shape wherein it pulls the film so that the unexposed film will be placed behind the shutter. So, hinihila raw nito yung mga film at para mapunta sa likod yung unexposed film, para mapunta sa likod ng shutter yung unexposed film. Next, number 30, ito. So, ang tawag naman dito ay film cartridge confirmation window. So, ang purpose nito, dito sumisilit yung ating photographer para malaman kung loaded na ba ng film yung ating camera, para hindi niya na kailangan pang buksan yung pinakalikod ng ating camera.
Moving forward, we have different parts and function of digital camera. So, without further ado, let's dive in!
So now, let's move on to the digital camera, specifically the front part of digital camera. So, it consists of 18 parts, and as you can see po, nasa ilalim na yung mga iba na label o parts ng ating digital camera. So, let's start with the number 1. So, ito po siya. So, ang tawag po dito ay built-in pop-up flash. So, ano ba to? Built-in pop-up flash, it produces a burst of light when triggered. So, ang purpose po nito ay para bigyan ng liwanag or to illuminate dark or backlit subjects. Next naman, number 2, ito po. Ito po siya, itong banda dito. So, ang tawag po dito ay flash mode button. So, flash mode button, it controls the behavior of camera's flash and it offers several flash settings depending on its use. Next, number 3, ito po. Ito. ito sa ilalim ng flash mode button. Ang tawag naman dito ay bracketing increment button or BKT. So it is used to choose bracketing increment and number of shots. It controls how much the exposure varies between each bracketed shot. So ang ginagawa ng bracketing increment button, siya yung nagko-control ng bawat exposure noong bawat mga piniling bracketed shot natin. Next, number 4 is ito siya. Ang tawag naman dito ay red light receiver. So ang red light receiver, it is called a focus assist light. So ang function nito ay it helps the lens to focus. Next, number 5, ito. Ang tawag dito ay lens mounting mark. So ang purpose naman nito ay it is a mark that helps to attach the lens securely to the camera body. So ang mark na raw nito ay nakakatulong para masiguro or ma-secure na naka-attach talaga yung lens sa camera body. And number 6, ito. Ang tawag naman dito ay microphone. So ang microphone, it enables the digital camera to record audio. It allows the simultaneous recording of audio and video without the need for external equipment. So ang microphone daw po ay ina-allow niya yung digital camera na makapag-record ng audio kahit hindi po gumagamit ng mga external equipment. Next, number 7, ito siya. So ang tawag po dito ay lens release button. So ang lens release button, once pressed, it unlocks the lens mount and allows the user to detach the lens. It is a safety measure to safely detach the lens. So ang purpose ng lens release button ay kapag pinress natin ito, ma-unlock yung pagkakalagay ng lens sa camera at pwede na nating tanggalin yung lens sa mismong body ng camera. Next naman, number 8. Ito yung sa bandang gilid. So ang tawag dito ay cover for USB, headphone, and HDMI connectors. So ang purpose nito ay it gives protection to USB, headphone, and HDMI ports. Next naman sa ilalim niya, ito, number 9. Ang tawag naman dito ay cover for accessory terminal and external microphone. So ang purpose nito, katulad ng sa number 8, it provides protection for accessory terminal and external microphone. Next, number 10. Ito siya. Ang tawag dito ay AF or autofocus mode button. So its function is to automatically focus the camera on the subject and it has a setting of initiate autofocus. So once na kinlik natin ito, mag-automatic na magpo-focus yung ating camera sa subject. Next, number 11. Ito siya. So tawag dito ay focus mode selector. So ang purpose naman nito ay it allows the user to choose how the camera focuses. It allows to choose different focusing methods based on shooting needs. So ang focus mode selector, ina-allow niya yung user na makapamili ng different methods or settings kung paano magfo-focus yung kanyang camera. Next naman, number 12. Ito siya. Ito. So ang tawag naman dito ay lens mount. So ang purpose nito ay it allows a lens to be attached to an interchangeable lens camera. Next naman, number 13. Ito. So ang tawag dito ay mirror. So it reflects light from the lens into the viewfinder, allowing the user to look through the viewfinder to frame a shot. So ang purpose nito ay ina-allow na yung photographer na makita kung ano yung exact na nakikita ng lens. Next naman, number 14. Ito. So ang tawag dito ay USB connector. It can be used to transfer files such as videos and photos. It can also be used as charging port. So ang function daw nito ay ginagamit sa pagpapasa ng videos at pictures at ginagamit rin siya for charging purpose. Next, number 15, ito. So ang tawag naman dito ay headphone connector. It allows to plug in headphones to monitor audio while recording video. It is widely used as audio monitoring and adjustment of audio levels. So ang headphone connector daw ay ginagamit para ma-monitor yung audio habang nagre-record ng video. Next naman, number 16, ito. Ang tawag dito ay HDMI connector. It is used to transmit high-definition video and audio from the camera to an external display such as TV, monitor, and projector. So, ginagamit ang HDMI para makapag-transmit ng high-definition video at audio mula sa camera papunta sa mga external displays katulad ng TV at monitors. Next naman, number 17, ito. So, ang tawag dito ay accessory terminal. So, it is used to transmit it is a mechanical fitting that allows the user to connect an external flash unit to enhance the camera's functionality. It can insert wired remote control, external flash, GPS, and microphones. So, itong accessory terminal para siyang universal na port na kung saan pwede siyang saksakan ng iba't ibang mga external accessories na siyang enhance pa ng function ng ating camera. And lastly, number 18, itong mic. So, ang tawag dito ay connector for external microphone. So, it allows the user to insert external mic for better audio quality. So, ina-allow niya daw yung user na makapag-insert ng external mic para sa purpose na makapag-record ng clearer sound at makapag-reduce ng wind noise as well as para makapag-capture ng more precise na audio. So, for the last one, we have the back of the digital camera. So, let's discuss the number 1. So, ito po siya. Bali, ang tawag po dito ay viewfinder eyepiece. Dito po tumitingin yung photographer para makita kung ano yung ifo-photograph niya. Next naman, number 2, itong part na to. So, ang tawag naman dito ay rubber eye cup. So, ang function nito ay para harangin yung mga stray light na pumapasok sa ating viewfinder para magkaroon ng mas maayos na view yung ating photographer. Next naman, number 3, ito siya. So, ang tawag naman dito ay delete button. So, delete button, it deletes image currently displayed. Yung mga unwanted photos, madidelete sila. Next, number 4, ito naman siya. So, ang tawag dito ay playback button. So, it is a versatile button and it is used as navigation keys on display, zoom inspection, and review images and videos. Next naman, number 5, itong screen na to. Ang tawag naman dito ay LCD monitor. So, ito ay ang screen that is used for displaying menu options, reviewing photos, and serve as a live viewfinder. So, ang purpose nito ay dito natin nakikita o nadi-display yung menu option at kapag nagre-review tayo ng photos, dito rin tayo tumitingin. Next naman, number 6, ang tawag dito ay menu button. So, it is used to change various settings on the camera. It is also used to navigate settings, customize controls, and adjust shooting modes. So, ito ay ginagamit para maiba natin yung settings depende sa gusto natin. Next naman, number 7, ang tawag dito ay help protect button and white balance adjustment button. So, doon muna tayo sa help protect. So, help protect button is used as user assistance that provides quick access to camera's help and users' information. So, the protect button is used for photos to prevent them from accident deletion. So, ang help/protect button daw, parang ito yung manual or guide ng user once na kinlik na ito. Dito lilitaw yung mga information at yung quick access sa camera's help. At yung protection button naman, kapag pinindot yun, pwede nating i-mark yung mga photos para hindi sila ma-aksidenteng mabura. At yung isa pang gamit ng button na to, ayun nga yung white balance adjustment button. So, it is used to achieve accurate color representation of photos. It includes color temperature and access to preset and custom settings. Next naman, number 8, So, ang tawag naman dito ay thumbnail playback zoom out button and ISO sensitivity button. So, dun muna tayo sa thumbnail. In thumbnail, it allows to view multiple images by pressing the button. It is also used for quick navigation by zooming out and to compare different images side by side. At doon naman tayo sa part na ISO. ISO sensitivity button is used to adjust the sensitivity to light. It is also used to control the exposure of an image. Next naman, number 9, bale ang tawag dito ay playback zoom in button and image quality size or qual button and 2 button reset button. So, playback zoom in button, it is used to enhance the viewing experience of images such as enlarging. Image qual button naman is used to control the resolution and compression settings of image captured. And last, yung 2 button reset button natin, it is used for reset factory setting, custom configuration, and troubleshooting. Next naman, number 10, ito siya, number 10. So, ang tawag dito ay diopter adjustment control. It corrects the vision by adjusting the viewfinder's focus to match the user's eyesight. So, ito ay ginagamit, ina-adjust to para mag-match yung focus ng viewfinder dun sa eyesight ng user. Next naman, number 11, So, ang tawag naman dito ay auto exposure lock /auto focus lock button. So, once the button is pressed, it will lock the exposure and focus settings. It will avoid the change in exposure and it maintains the focus. So, kapag pinress natin itong button na to, malalock yung exposure niya at yung focus nito. Next, number 12, So, ang tawag dito ay speaker. It serves as the audio playback of digital camera. Next, number 13, eto. So, ang tawag dito ay main command dial. It allows the photographer to adjust aperture, shutter speed, exposure, compensation, and other parameters. So, ito ay ginagamit para ma-adjust natin yung mga settings ng aperture natin, shutter speed, exposure, compensation, at other parameters. Next naman, number 14, ito siya. Ito parang dials na bilog. Ang tawag dito ay live view switch. So, ang purpose nito, it allows the user to view and compose the shot on the LCD screen, enabling him to shoot with the camera at an unusual angle. It enables to shoot comfortably. So, nagagawa nito na makapag-shoot yung photographer natin kahit nasa mahirap na posisyon siya na angle. Next naman, number 15, ito siya, sa loob pa rin siya. Ang tawag naman dito ay movie record button. So, it is used for recording. Once the button is pressed, the recording will start. The sound is also recorded via built-in mic. So ang function nitong movie record button, kapag pinress natin, mag-i-start ng mag-recording yung camera natin. Next naman, number 16, eto siya. So ang tawag dito ay multi-selector, often referred as directional pad or joystick of digital camera. So ang function nito, ginagamit ito pang navigate ng menus, ng setting adjustments, at for browsing images. Number 17 naman, eto, sa gilid. So ang tawag dito ay memory card slot cover. So from the word cover, the cover serves as protection of memory card slot from dust, dirt, and moisture. So pinoprotektahan niya yung card slot natin mula sa mga dust, dirt, at moisture. Next naman, number 18, eto siya, sa loob ng ating multi-selector. Ang tawag dito ay OK button. So it is generally used for confirming selection. So kapag nagko-confirm tayo ng isang option, ito yung pinipindot natin. On other models naman, it is used on accessing settings, menu, and setting focus point. Next naman, number 19, eto siya. Etong parang maliit na bilog dito. So ang tawag dito ay infrared receiver rear. Infrared receiver. So ang function nito, it receives infrared signals and can independently receive infrared ray and output signals. So best purpose nito sa mga remote control. So yung signal ng remote control is nare-receive nitong camera dahil sa infrared receiver. Next naman, number 20. Ito siya, sa bandang baba. So ang tawag dito ay focus selector lock. It allows to select a part of a scene and lock the focus on it while recomposing the shot. It ensures that the final image has correct parts in focus. Next naman, number 21, itong maliit naman na bilog sa bandang baba, sa corner. Ang tawag dito ay memory card access lamp. So it is the indicator of memory card's interaction with the camera. So ang purpose nito, ito yung lumiliwanag kapag nagbibigay siya ng signal, nagbi-blink siya or nagla-lights. Ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng interaction. Kapag nagkakaroon ng interaction yung camera na involve yung memory card, nagbi-blink to as an indicator. Next, number 22, last. So ang tawag naman dito ay info button. So by pressing the info button a number of times, the LCD screen will pop different functions and settings such as details of f-stop, shutter speed, and ISO settings. So kapag pinress daw natin itong info button, meron lalabas dito sa ating LCD monitor na detailed settings. For example, detailed settings ng ating ISO, detailed settings ng ating shutter speed for more information.